Okay, everybody, if everything works, then we should be live now. I'm trying to access the live stream as always on my tablet so that I can welcome you here. So if you're new here to the channel, these live streams are recording live streams. I will be recording Beethoven's Opus 14 number 2. We're having a project around Beethoven this month in May 2017. We are the 11th of May 2017 in case you watch this later, and next month will be Opus 14 number 1, so the first of those series of 2 sonatas. And tonight I'm recording for release on YouTube later the Sonata Opus 14 number 2 first part. We're having only one music recording production, so to say, this month, so I'm taking advantage of that and cutting the recording of that in 2 evenings, which is gives me a little bit more of a relief. I don't have a notification yet on my tablet. You know, I'm always struggling with these devices that I am live. And maybe I'm going to ask Anja if she's better in this than I am. There she is.
It's not working?
I don't have access to nothing actually.
Oh.
So I don't get into my own live stream.
Good evening.
So that's what we're going to do. I take a few minutes to say hello to you, but since I have no tablet, I don't know who's on the live stream now. So this is a really fabulous piece. I've done a live masterclass on last Sunday. That's released on YouTube as a normal video. From this month onwards, I think these recording sessions will go also online. So after the session has been closed, YouTube will process everything, and that video will be uploaded automatically, so to say, to YouTube's platform as a regular video. Some people have asked me to do that, and so we do. In the meantime, Anja is struggling. I wish you could see her with the tablet in order to say hello to you. Okay. And it's not only because it is that we only have one recording that I just got the recording sessions into. This is actually a very difficult piece, not maybe to play technically. On the clavichord some passages are not easy, but it's a difficult piece to find balance in, as we've been speaking on that on the live masterclass, just to have this line of going a little bit faster, going a little bit slower, and everything should be really in balance so that the effect and the themes and actually also the tenderness of this piece really works well. If Anja is not succeeding to access the live stream, I think we can start. She's not here, so I can't see her anymore.
Well, I'm just getting...
So if you just come here, Anja, then I can see if I can wait or not. So...
no, you can. Ik zie gewoon niks in het donker.
She doesn't see. You know what? I'm going to go backstage, so to say, and see what happens. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Oké, van YouTube ook niks?
Maar ja, nu zit ik...
We gaan starten dan.
Ja, ik zal bijhouden en ik zal daarop
So I need a tablet for the camera.
Okay.
Okay. There is something with this, and it has to do, I believe, with the fact that it's logged in on my account. So it shouldn't be like that. Sometimes this works perfectly, and of course, if I have the live masterclass, I have my computer, and that works always. But now it even says that I'm offline. I just checked the Wi-Fi connection now because it's okay. And now I see what happened. So my tablet was, oh yeah, I see what happened. Oh, it's stupid. It was my own fault. I was connected to the camera already. So now it will work, hopefully.
15 people watching. So
Okay, so I'm sorry that this is a little bit, but the thing is with live streams, you only can test it out when you're live. So that's the thing. Anyway, you know what? I'm going to fix it at the end of the recording session. It will last, I believe, about 30 minutes. The recording is just one part. If things go well, then we should be finished in 30 minutes, and then after the recording has been done, I can come back. If you have a question, as always, leave it in the chat. Anya is on the chat, and even if you have to leave earlier, I will be reading it and address it in the video if I can. So now I have to connect to my camera again. We have two cameras. There is one underneath the webcam and there is one over there, and I'm trying to connect to that camera. So it's all live, and that's part of the game. Okay, hopefully that connects to the camera, and if it does, we can start. So apologies again for the technical things. I think it's okay. You can hear the lens maybe. Okay, hit record, and then I have my phone is connected to the other camera. Focus. So those cameras will obviously record the video for YouTube. Okay, both cameras are running. So if Anya's ready, we just start.
Aunt Rita is on the chat. Maybe.
Oh, my Aunt Rita is in the chat, so I have to say happy birthday to her because it's her birthday today. So be nice to her and just give her a little bit of 3 kisses in the chat. Actually, there's a very important date, 11th of May. I believe 19 years ago, she had obviously also a birthday party. It's not tonight, we have a birthday party on Saturday, so we're very well connected. She lives very close, and that birthday party of hers in 1998 was actually very important because it opened the way to actually the relationship that I have with Anya, you know. So, long story, but that ended at 4:00 a.m. in the night there. I still remember that. So happy birthday, Aunt Rita, and great. There we go, with Beethoven.
Okay.
That's for your birthday present. Tape is running, okay. Just very quick the end because I heard the noise in the kitchen. Okay, it's not. There's no way of escaping that E flat to be auto-tuned for the middle section. That's that. I missed the page turn here, so that was a little bit of a pity. So I believe that the exposition is okay. I don't need to do that again. And I just want to make the middle section again because I missed that page turn. And just to have that twice in order not to skip. Okay, cameras are just okay. Shall we just continue? just really quick with the page turn to hide it a little bit. Nobody can use the sound of the enjoys the sound of the paper, I think. So just here and here, 2 page turns. So I start. Okay, that's the tempo. That's on, that's okay. And then here. Okay. I think that's it. I believe that's it. I think so. Okay. Going to switch off the cameras. So somewhere in the future we should be able to do the live streams using the same camera for the live stream as for the recording. That would be great. But that's not possible with the Panasonic Lumix cameras that I have now. You might tell in the chat that would be handy to upgrade to the new GH5 system for Panasonic. Maybe Anya's listening. No, just kidding. They're great little cameras. But just, we cannot do the live stream with the cameras. That's a little bit a pity. Okay, I'm going to switch off the cameras. And if I return, I hope that I can access the live stream, the large chat. So there goes the first and the second one. Okay. Okay, second attempt to access my own live stream. Here is a notification by YouTube. Thank you, YouTube, to give me that 5 hours too late. And then here I have the live stream. There's nobody to see. I mean in the screen. Okay, Anja?
Yes.
Did I miss something?
Oh no.
No, she says.
Full screen now.
Okay. I don't know if you're all still here, but let's just say hello. Sophie is obviously my daughter. I missed her. She will be in bed now. I think it's 10 o'clock here in Belgium. Because, in fact, I could use her as a page turner here in this piece. But tomorrow she has, I think, a bicycle examination. Can you imagine that? She has to drive with her bicycle small parkour here in the village, and actually she will be given points or grades for that. So she stays with my mother now tonight, and so I missed her as page turn. Philip Daniel, hello. I sent you a mail. I believe I did. I think concerning your Requiem. Really go check out Philip's website and his SoundCloud account, because that Requiem has really very beautiful passages. It's great. A little bit other style than a different style than Costa's, but really in the direction I like. Okay. Nike TN. It's a new name for me. Welcome if you're still here. Great to have you. The Piano Vault. Das. Great as always. Okay, the Piano Vault. I didn't know that that was you. So it's great to see now your name behind or after the, how do you call that, the avatar. Sigmund Vollmer from Argentina. Wow. Yeah, great. YouTube is really, connecting all these old people here just by pushing one button. And I'm so happy that it works for you better than for me here. So just scrolling the chat if I missed really something. Alkin, I don't know. Alkione Krucic. I know your name, but I can't pronounce it. Welcome here, Faloni Fal. Thanks so much for having amazing music. I loved it. Thank you so much. If only we could have this at the Eurovision Song Contest. Do you really believe that would work? Yeah. Not on television, perhaps. But the thing is, if you play, and it has to do also with clavichord, but certainly, of course, with the music of Beethoven or of great music. But the clavichord always gives kind of special effect, special atmosphere in a concert. And certainly, and if it is a little bit more intimate, people get really silent, and there is such a feeling of unity then amongst the audience. It's really great. So great to have you all here. The chat is a little, so the live stream is a little bit behind, 1 minute. So I just wait a little bit if you would have something for me. I hope, by the way, you enjoyed the first episode. If you haven't seen it, of CPE Bach in Pieces, the pilot episode of that series. I've been talking so long about doing that. So now I jumped a step forward, or put a step forward, and I just made a few episodes. So the pilot episode is online since today. It will be every 2 Thursdays. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's just reading the book of CPE Bach. So he's 3 times on keyboard playing, piece by piece. So that's the name, CPE Bach in Pieces, and together with you. So I hope, if you're interested in that, to see you a lot in the comment sections there, because I'll need you, because I will be saying a lot of stupid things, I think, but just addressing point by point and then coming to a close reading of that magnificent book, which is not so easy. It's not like a 21st century manual where you can just look up everything. It's kind of, it's written also in the context of those days. Naoko Shimizu, I hope I pronounced your name correct. Thank you, I liked the performance very much. So beautiful in this beautiful evening. Yeah, thank you. I believe that Beethoven Sonata, this one, is so tender, is so vulnerable, breakable. Don't know if that's good English. So, we've been talking on tempo and movement a lot on the channel. That's, of course, for those of you who are interested in the background, that's one thing. But the music is what it's the proof of the pudding is in the eating. And this piece is one of those pieces that you get such a freedom, which you have to use then as well when you perform it in this movement. And you start seeing all these, it's very strange, you start seeing all these articulations and these markings by Beethoven on notes that previously, when I was in conservatory, and I don't know if they played this sonata, but we skipped over that, and you start only seeing that when you just play a little bit differently. So that's actually, Mikael, yeah, I know that you were waiting for that, and I'm really looking forward to that. That project will lead eventually to, hopefully, to a book, my take on CPE Bach in Pieces, and I will mention all the contributions that I get from you, in fact, because that's a community work. When I get a correction or something I said, or when there is an addition that someone makes on a certain episode, that of course will be acknowledged as a contribution to the project. And so when I would be able to make at the end of this project a book in which I just, in modern language, not translate, but give my view on CPE Bach, which is a standpoint, that's a perspective that people could use as a kind of manual then, that would be great. And connected to that, I will be recording the Probestücke, which are the pieces, in fact, that C.P.E. Bach connected to his publication. So he had a bunch of pieces in the first publication, and then later on he made a set of other ones because people complained that they were a little bit too difficult. And I will be playing all of those, and that will be the next important project for Authentic Sound, releasing on vinyl, like we are doing now and preparing with the partitas. We're talking on the partitas soon. So on the Patreon website, I don't want to mention that too often, but if you're interested in following the edits of the partita, I'm doing them one by one now, movement by movement, and I'll be uploading on patreons.com all the CD quality files to my Patreon, so you can check it out. There's a link in the description box. It's basically a website where you could support the project we're doing. But just mentioning in case of Charles Enos, hello, glad you're going ahead with the essay on true art. Looking forward to see. Yeah, I know you were waiting for that too. So I hope a lot of people are waiting and that this can be kind of renewed interest. I mean, C.P.E. Bach, of course, is in the middle of everything, but it's like with many sources, who has time to read and reread all those and sources, and maybe they're not read as often as we should, or not reflected upon. Things go so fast these days. On Facebook, people just jump from the one thread to another, and that's of course what we all get on our feet, and that's what we consume, so to say. And so making time 1 year to look very close and very deep in that book, I think would be great. Okay, so this live stream will be processed now by YouTube. If you wonder why the clavichord, I should have mentioned that at the beginning, why the clavichord sounds different, because I'm using two AKG microphones, which are positioned a little bit further away. My voice will sound much less present than normally. So here are the Neumanns. Those microphones are feeding the tape recorder, so it's an analog recording. But I cannot use the tape recorder for the live stream, so that's the reason. Okay. Thank you all for being here. As always, it's great to have you here as a live audience. It really feels like that. You bring the best out of me when I do these recordings, and I learned that with the recording of the Bach partitas, that a live recording, also through these modern media like YouTube, it's of course not the same as if you were all here. I wish you all could be here witnessing it live, but it feels a little bit like it. So thank you very much for being here. Next Thursday we will be recording part 2 and 3, and the release of the Beethoven Sonata will be at the end of this month, I believe the 30th, that's a Tuesday. So have a good night, have a good day, well, depending on the place of our planet where you live, and hope to see you next time again. Bye.